Hello, I'm Mr. eTutor, your mystery tutor, here at mysterytutor.com, and welcome to video module 2-4. This video module is a corollary to our previous module on guessing. We've already discussed why the guessing strategy that everyone tells you to use is actually a horrible idea from a mathematical standpoint. But there's a little bit more we need to talk about when it comes to guessing. You see, guessing on the SAT isn't just a bad idea because it's almost mathematically guaranteed to cost you points. It's a bad idea because it's symptomatic of a completely incorrect way of looking at the SAT. You see, most people think about the SAT as though it were any other test in high school. And one thing that we'll repeatedly see about the SAT is that it is completely different in almost every respect from anything that you would do in high school. Now, in high school, the average test is created by one person. It's created maybe in the space of 24 to 72 hours. It's created by a person who is, frankly, overworked and probably more than a little underpaid. And because of that, the average high school test might have a few mistakes in it, or a few questions that are improperly worded, or could be open to some interpretation. And if your high school is like most high schools, you've probably had the experience more than once of having a teacher put a question on a test that really wasn't fair. After the test is given, everyone complains about the question, and very often the teacher can be convinced to throw the question out. We sort of get conditioned to think that this is a normal part of test taking, but I really need to stress this. Mistakes like that simply do not appear on the SAT. The SAT is nothing like the test that your high school teachers put together. It's not put together in a few days, and it's not put together by only one person. We've discussed in earlier modules the idea that the SAT is the College Board's bread and butter, and the College Board only sticks around because the SAT continues to provide reliable results to colleges. It can only provide these reliable results if the questions on the test are valid. Make sure you understand this. The College Board does every single thing it can to make every SAT question completely bulletproof. These are not like the questions you have in high school. These questions cannot be argued with, they cannot be incorrect, they cannot contain mistakes. If you're looking at an SAT question and you don't understand what's going on, or you think there might be more than one correct answer, the problem is almost certainly with you. The major problem with the guessing strategy is not that it's almost mathematically guaranteed to cost you points, but rather that it encourages you as a test taker to think about the SAT as though there were shades of gray on the test, and there are none. If you want to score high on the SAT, you can't float from one question to another, being sort of halfway sure about this one or kind of sure about that one. Every single question that you answer needs to be a question that you understand completely, and you need to answer every single question with total certainty. Getting to this stage is the only way to score high reliably on the SAT. I cannot stress this enough. Every real SAT question written by the College Board has exactly one correct answer, and that one correct answer is completely beyond any argument whatsoever. I know this might sound hard to believe, particularly on the critical reading questions, for example, or maybe even on some of the writing multiple choice questions. But every single multiple choice SAT question has an answer that is completely 100% correct and every bit as certain as the answer to any SAT math question. You may not believe me about this, but trust me, as you watch the modules for those types of questions, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Remember, the SAT guessing strategy will cost you points every time you use it, but far worse, it encourages you to treat the test as though it were anything other than black and white. By the way, all of this is only one more reason to use only real College Board SAT questions. I had to come up with a new way to do that because it was getting boring holding the book up. I thought that would be funnier. Nobody's allowed. You're fired. If you use third-party questions, you may not find that every single question has only one good answer, because frankly, those people really don't know how to design a test. The SAT is completely bulletproof. I cannot stress this enough. You must use only real SAT questions if you want to have the best chance of getting ready for the test. And one of the major reasons is because only real SAT questions can be counted on to deliver one correct answer choice per question. This module is extremely important, but I know it's one that a lot of people are going to overlook. So please, if you need to watch it again, don't hesitate. It's really, really important that you understand guessing on the SAT will hurt you in more ways than one. Now, in order to learn how to approach the test so that you don't have to guess on any questions whatsoever, please watch the rest of my video modules. They'll help you with just that. And remember, it's easier than you